From apartment 7F in East Harlem, this is The Latest.
Hello and welcome back to The Latest, your broke-ass news.
I'm Laura Hyde.
And I'm Adam Andronopoulos.
Today we want to talk about the MTA, the bane of every New Yorker's life.
The MTA is New York City's transit system and it's falling apart.
The subway is experiencing more and more problems between delays, overcrowded cars, shutdowns, fare hikes, and poop under seats.
Trains are experiencing a lot of problems, from underfunding to damage from Sandy, a weird state-city control-sharing thing.
The signaling system was installed in the 1930s, when Mayor Fiorello LaGuardia hailed it as so simple an Irishman could use it.
That was 80 years ago! New York has been through so much since then. We've survived attacks from King Kong, Godzilla, Cloverfield, Loki, the Hulk, the Blob, the Hand, the Foot, Vigo the Carpathian, meteors, global warming tsunami blizzards, sharknadoes, exploding alien lasers, a giant bug, and Reggie Miller!
And we know that
Hold on, Laura. We need to give Knicks fans a moment. Sorry, Spike. Yeah. Fixing this system is going to cost an estimated all the money in the world forever.
The MTA has asked for $20 billion to implement the new system.
And they estimate that it will take about 50 years to fix, which sounds about right.
There is a heated battle between Mayor Bill de Blasio and Governor Andrew Cuomo over who will foot the bill.
De Blasio says the city is paying more than its fair share.
Cuomo has said that New York State merely runs the MTA out of moral obligation.
And that if de Blasio cares about commuters, he should put his money where his mouth is.
Cuomo, even if you run it out of a moral obligation, you still run it.
Here is a dramatic recreation of Cuomo's comments.
Now go home and get your fucking shine box.
They are trying to think of some solutions to alleviate some of the problems now.
Like statistically, the A, C, and E trains have the most sick passengers, so they will have EMTs on patrol. Meanwhile, the 1, 2, and 3 trains have the most mariachi bands, and the J train is known as the fellatio box.
So how does this affect us?
The subway is the main transit system for proud New Yorkers, and we can't rely on it.
We can't plan for anything.
If you're trying to get anywhere in New York City, you have to give yourself double the standard travel time.
That math does not do well for drunk people.
It affects getting a job, going to a job, getting home from a job, going to your second job.
By the time you get to work, you've completely sobered up.
The MTA is a complicated problem and will affect millions of votes.
What politicians need to remember when facing this issue is New Yorkers are going to vote for the candidate who can get them to their third job on time to pay for their new rent hike.
We here at The Latest are very excited because we were able to get an exclusive interview with an MTA expert.
My favorite subway is the 6, 7, and 5.
Why?
Well, it's because I'm 5, and I really like the 6 and 7 because they both run local and express. Well, actually, these days, the 2 train is not running to Brooklyn, so instead, you might have to take a 4 or 5. Listen, it's kind of like I had to take the 5 train there because the 2 train wasn't running to Brooklyn. The W doesn't run on the weekend.
Why doesn't the W run on the weekend?
I don't know. Well, the L train is going to shut down because Hurricane Sandy that was here a long time ago damaged some of the tunnels of the L line. Yeah, one time I got delayed on the 2 train, and the driver said, "This train will terminate at Times Square 42nd Street."
Thanks for watching The Latest.
And remember, stay broke.
What if you were in the Bronx
Yes?
and you needed to go to Coney Island?
Well, what I could do... Let me explain this. Sorry, I could take a 2 train to Times Square, then transfer to an ACE to West 4th Street, Washington Square. Or I could do this and transfer to a D train to Coney Island or an F train to Coney Island. My favorite's always up. I told you, 14th Street, Union Square. Well, listen. Well, I just can ride it when I want to. Like when I want to go some places and I have to ride the subway. But also, if you see a suspicious package If you see a package on the platform or train, do not keep it to yourself.
What's the hardest part about using the subway?
The hardest part? Don't go up into the driver's seat even though you really want to.
And what are you supposed to do during an emergency?
Well, please don't panic. But just wait. Wait for the next stop if you're in the tunnel. But you can't stay there. You can't stay there forever because if you do, you'll die. Unless there's a fire.
What was the funniest thing you've ever seen on the subway?
There's not really anything funny on the subway.